Today I am planning out the week of Monday, December 18th through Sunday, December 24th, Christmas Eve, in my 2017 neutral Erin Condren hourly planner. And I've got this page from the first celebrations kit that I hadn't used yet, and it's a wintry. Like, part of me was like, should I do like Christmas colors? But I'm not sure if I'm a big fan of Christmas colors. These like soft kind of pastel-y winter colors are kind of right up my alley. And I grabbed a few simply gilded washi tapes. This Gems one that's got kind of the purple and kind of light kind of tealy blue, and then these two, one with just hollow stripes and one with dots, and I think that these kind of match it really well. I'm gonna just start by laying my washi tape out because that's what I do. And I'm gonna go top and bottom, I think. I'm gonna just go across, just straight across. Sometimes I like how that looks. And I love this Gems washi tape. I think it's really pretty. Too low. I'm trying to make sure to cover up these little colorful flags. I have like stickers that can cover those up, but this time I just want to kind of do the washi across the top because I just think it's really pretty. I'm gonna take some of this skinnier stuff and run it across this area to create my to-do list spot for the day. Something I've been doing lately, from not every week, but on some of my weeks I've been doing this as a way to kind of separate out my to-do list, like my top however many to-do lists I've got for the day. It's all sparkly and pretty. Also want to run a couple of situations as well. I guess I can use this first one as part of it, and then so I'm gonna run another pile of this right underneath it. And the reason I'm doing this is because this top one, this skinny one that's dividing, is going to serve two purposes. It's going to be marking that I'm doing Vlogmas all week, and then the one right below it is going to mark this is my kids' winter break. That will be kind of cool that this divider down the center of the planner to mark off my to-do list area is also going to, whoops, god damn it, is also going to, come on, yeah buddy, is that good enough? No, shit's still fucking crooked. It's also going to serve dual purposes. I've got some of these little stickers from Chrisanne Design. I mean, they're her color scheme, so they basically match. And I am going to put them one here. So they kind of like, I can write on them then. And I'll show you kind of what that looks like. I'll zoom in so you can see kind of up close. I'm gonna write on these both with this Sakura Micro Perm 03. So this top one is going to be for Vlogmas. And then this bottom one is going to be for winter break. And so that will be like counting for that for the whole week for both of them. And that kind of serves two purposes, kind of kills two birds with one stone, I suppose. I'm going to slap the weekend sticker on. What's funny is this whole kit's got kind of like a let it snow sort of theme to it. And I live in fucking California. I mean, it's going to be colder this week than it's been, or at least a little bit colder. But at the same time, part of me is like, really, you know, it wouldn't be Christmas in California without being at least a little bit jealous of the snow in other people's places. Now, I think I should figure out where I'm going to put my weather since I covered up the places I usually put it. Let me look at some of my previous weeks that I've kind of set up like this and see. So this was one I put the weather along the top. This one put the weather along the top. Here we go. There's this one. I just drew it on the washi tape, but I don't think that would show up very well with this washi tape. And this one, oh, this came out. I'll have to do this when I'm done with my video, but I put weather along the top in stickers. That might actually be the best case scenario here. Here, I drew the weather in a full box and I added stickers for the dinners. Now I have some sparkly looking, whoa, this is way too far ahead. Here we go. This is where I'm at. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use these glittery looking headers. This one kit that's like a, I don't know, like a flowery situation that I got a while back from Chrisanne Designs. And I'm going to stick these up here for two reasons. One, because that'll be a good, I can stick the weather on top of each one, and it covers up. There was one spot on here from my last week when I drew in this washi tape in my drunk playing with me where I didn't bleed. I guess I did bleed. I bled through a little bit. Like generally speaking, these pens don't shadow all that bad, but because I use so much pen, there are some shadows on this page, and that particular one was the worst of the worst. So by sticking these little glitter headers up here, I still have room for like a top 3 every day. but then, and they're not actually glittery, they just look kind of glittery printed, sort of like slatey almost. I'll have a spot to either put weather or dinner, and so that's what I'm gonna do. I won't put weather or dinner in yet. I will do that after I put some other stuff in to give me a chance to contemplate my deep down in the inside, my deep dark individual thoughts. Why are you going so fucking crooked? Holy shit fire. There we go. I just need to decide what works better for my mind. Having the weather at the top of each day and the meal plan off to the side, or the other way around. So hard to see if I'm going crooked or not. I stuck my head like right over, since I'm so blind and have really shitty depth perception. You'd see like all of my scalp and shit, and that's just not pleasurable to look at. Then I'm also gonna pull from this same kit this kind of silvery gray box that's Monday through Sunday, and it has a space on the top, and so this will be either my meal plan or my weather, depending on what I decide. I've had my camera fall over twice now in the filming of this video. This is not my standard layout. Like, I change it up. Like, here's a week where I drew everything in, and here's one that's very similar to what I'm doing now, and here's a different style. And like, I mean, they all have kind of a similar flavor to them, but this is kind of my basic setup. Now I'm gonna start with throwing in my appointments for the week, or my meetings, of which I have some. I have a whole list of things written down that I need to get in here. The first thing I want to put in are my time sensitive things, because it's always nice to have at least that blocked out so that I don't have to worry about, you know, missing shit or whatever. The music committee meeting is on Tuesday night, and that's going to be a pretty hefty meeting. So I'm gonna slap this half box from the kid on there, and then I'm also gonna put another one down for my board meeting on Thursday night. Grab this little guy from another kit and put it right here, because that's the day I think I'm gonna take my kids to see The Greatest Showman. It's coming out on that day. I'm gonna fill these in real quick. I'm gonna put this Winter is Coming sticker, all Game of Thronesy, on Thursday, since that is the solstice. So I guess we'll just start with Monday then. What do we got going on Monday? Okay, I know I have my top 3 to-dos for that day already. Let me grab one of these little puppies here, because one of the first things I have to do on Mondays generally, I have a couple, like, I film my I film my bullet journal videos on Mondays, and I really need to order some more of these little ones, More with Love filming munchkins. I film on Mondays for Bujo, and I need to film that, and I need to edit Vlogmas tomorrow. And then Tuesday, I actually have a very similar kind of situation where I need to film a couple of other things, and that should bring me to the end of the week for videos to film that aren't, you know, Vlogmas type videos. I see all these videos with people doing their fancy presents and wrapping, and that's not how I wrap. So I thought I should maybe do one of my style, which is a little bit less fancy. On Monday, I actually need to spend quite a bit of time working on a specific kind of project. So I should probably mark that on here somehow. Like, I want to hang out with my kids and do a bunch of fun stuff with them this week, but I need to spend quite a bit of time on Monday getting some work done. And then if I can front load a lot of work on Monday, then I will be able to spend some more time with them on the break the rest of the week. And that's kind of my goal. I've got that to kind of denote the longer situation, and I'm going to use this gray one. I'm just going to put work, and I'll make a list of the work I need to get done in my bullet journal. I don't always make those lists in this planner, because this planner I really use as a way to kind of map my day out, so I can kind of look at it and how it's structured, whereas the bullet journal serves more as my epic running to-do list. I don't put anything for Monday night yet, because I know that's the one night of the week I'm not super swamped. Actually, it turns out I don't have rehearsal on Wednesday night like I thought I did, so that might be a good night too. Tuesday, I think, is the first day I'm gonna try and get some cookie situations started. This is like a half box from Chrissy Designs, and I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna stick it right here because I know I'm also gonna be doing some more work on Tuesday, so I wanna leave some space in case I need to put a deeper to-do list, but I'm gonna put it right here in the middle. Do I have a baking situation? Cookies or something? I thought I did. Oh, wait. So I have this old sampler on the old paper before the vinyl from Chrissy Designs that was like baking. And I've got a little like mixer, like a hand mixer and a flour. And I'm going to put them right up here. So I'm going to put down here chocolate chip, brownies, and Rice Krispie. Because those three I can do in one day. And the sugar cookies actually take a bunch of time on their own because they're a lot more like many steps into the process of rolling it out and cutting them out and baking them and then frosting them. But all these guys are pretty much mix and drop or spread out or whatever. So that'll work for Tuesday. And then I think I'll fit in sugar cookies on Thursday, assuming I'm not swamped with my board meeting. Maybe Wednesday, so I'm not going to mark those in yet. Speaking of Thursday, because Wednesday all I've got is this, and I don't want to put anything else there because I think that might be a day I spend some time with the kids. Maybe we'll go to the ice skating rink that day. I don't know. I have a little ice skate here. I can use this if I decide to do that, but I'm going to play it by ear for right now. And then on this guy, I actually have a list of things I need to do for the board meeting that day. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to slap down one of these, like I'll use this little teal colored one. Now, one of the reasons I like to use specific icon-y stickers like the Munchkins, or as you're about to see, I'm gonna hunt down the fucking little laptop situation. These little Planner Steves from Chrissy Design on a laptop. The reason I like to use icons like that from whichever style of sticker or whatever is because they draw my eye and they make it so that I notice those, like I can glance and know that this means what, before I even read the words, that looking here will tell me the things having to do with my channel that I need to work on. I'm not going to put anything else on Thursday for the same reason I'm not doing anything on Wednesday, because I don't know if I'm going to have time to do fun stuff with my kids or which of these days is going to be a cookie day. I just don't know yet. Now, Friday, I don't have anything going on specifically, but my kids go back to their dad's house that day. You know what could be really appropriate and both hilarious and depressing is I could use this strip that says, "Baby, it's cold outside," and run it along the bottom here for my kids going back to their dads, because even though I really don't like that song, I think it's kind of creepy. It can be kind of cold during the holidays around my house when my kids are not here. Appropriate? Is that the most appropriate use of an inappropriate song? I just don't know. But I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna use one of these little squares here to kind of mark that as well. They're gonna be gone for 2 weeks, so it's gonna be kind of a wah-wah situation. Saturday, I don't have anything specific. I know that rehearsal I thought I was going to have on Wednesday is going to happen sometime on Saturday, but I don't know when it is yet, so I don't want to schedule anything during the day until I know what's happening. But in the evening on Saturday is a patron hangout. Getting to Sunday, it's our Christmas Eve service at church. We've usually done them in the evening. But this year, because A, Christmas Eve is on a Sunday, and B, our previous minister was really big on having the evening service, and because she, left because she had gotten sick, we figured it might be helpful to have a service that day that is a little bit different than what we've done in the past. And also our minister that we currently have works for 2 congregations, and he will be at the evening service for his other church. So he was able to be with us if we did a daytime service. And I am actually taking a big part in this service. I am the Sunday service assistant, aka the person who's up there with the minister doing all the businessy crap of the service, making sure it goes off. And I am singing. So I'm just going to mark to remember my script. And then for the rest of the evening on Christmas Eve, I'm not sure what we're going to do. It's not really going to be our Christmas Eve. We're not doing that until the kids get back. Uh-oh, light's starting to come in. Here we go. Good thing I'm almost done with this video then, huh? Okay, I managed to block that off, so I've got a little bit of a grace period before the sun comes back in. Like I was saying, we don't have plans figured out yet because we don't know what we're doing, because we don't have the kids, and so it's gonna look a little bit different than our Christmas Eve that we're gonna have on the 5th is gonna look like. Still haven't figured out how I want to do weather and shit, but while I'm still thinking about that, I'm gonna add something to my thankful thought box. I think what I'm gonna do is I am going to put this little planner Steve here, and then I'm going to take this little hat from the celebrations kit and place it upon planner Steve. Makes his head look a little bit small, but whatever. And I'm gonna take this little cup of cocoa and put it right next to him at his hand. This is some fucking epic artistic shit right here, by the way. I'm gonna take this little snowflakey situation here, and I'm gonna hang it across the top of the box. I'm gonna take some of these snowflakes and drop them down, even though this is, again, California. This is some wishful ass thinking. Actually, it's not even wishful thinking. The thought of snow hitting us here in Napa makes my blood run cold. And then I'm gonna take this Let It Snow sticker and pop it right across the top. Even though, like I said, this is an ironic thing for anybody who knows I live in California. Let me zoom in. You can see my artistic endeavor right here. There's my little Let It Snow thankful thought box with Steve. And then underneath that, I am going to take this gray to-do sticker and slap it along the bottom so I can make my to-do list out, which I am not going to do right now. Not because I don't want you to know the things I have to do, but mostly because it takes some amount of thought and like working through a bunch of different books. And when I do my plan as you go week next month, my plan as you go month next month, you'll see a bit more of that process. But today I'm just like, I'll deal with it later. I want to finish this video up, get it edited and up, and then come back to it when I've had some time to step away from my planner. I am going to do my weather across the top and my meals here because I think I like that better. Yeah, let's just do that. Because then I can write meal plan here. Let me write those in, at least the ones I know about. I don't do my meal plans for the next week until like Thursday afternoon. And let me draw my weather in really quick. And it's gonna be cold for here, but okay, if you live somewhere that's a lot colder than this, you're gonna be like, you first world California problems. I think I am done for the day. So looking at this, you know, I've got a pretty busy front half of my week. And then as we head into the Christmas weekend, I've got the thing going on, but because my kids are going back to their dads and we're not actually doing our Christmas, that this weekend, January 5th, we're going to have our Christmas. We're going to be celebrating my daughter's birthday. We're going to have my sister and brother-in-law over, and I'm giving a sermon on this day. So this weekend is going to look the way a lot of other people's Christmas weekends look. Ours is actually a little bit more low-key. I love this color scheme, by the way. This is like the cotton candy of my dreams. Let me know what your holiday plans are. Are you just going to be wrapping up Hanukkah this week? Are you someone who celebrates the winter solstice? Are you celebrating Christmas? Do you celebrate Kwanzaa, Festivus, or any other holiday, or do you not? Let me know down in the comments. And what is your favorite thing that you do around the holiday season that makes you super happy? Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time.